Welcome everybody. This is the release call update for the 13th of July. I will be your host. My name is Mike Hoder. I am the content manager here at Fieldcode. And let's jump right in. All right, so last release we introduced a new feature, cooperation partners. We're going to build upon that by adding a new improvement to the cooperation partners, and this is skill mapping for cooperation partners. Skill mapping is when you need specific skills for tickets for your cooperation partner, but you don't want to call your partner and tell them what skills. You can send them via the cooperation connection, and then they can add them to from their side, and then that's that. So let's show you how it works. So you already have your cooperation set up. So you go to your cooperation partner you want to send skills to. So I'm going to send it to my partner here. You want to go to the new tab under the cooperation partner menu, skills. You want to enable the skill sheet, the skill switch, and let's just pick some skills here. These skills I'm going to send over my partner. They don't have these skills on their account, so you need to maybe provide some kind of comment on what the skill is about. Needs to be a Linux expert. And this one we'll do MFP printers as well. Yeah, once you're done, you have your skills here. You want to send your connection partner. You're going to hit save. And the first thing you'll notice is it's deactivated. It's still active, but it's deactivated, meaning that tickets cannot be sent through the cooperation until the skills are mapped on the partner side. Just a small mention, this will be changed. We will add a new status here in the future that will be not active or not inactive, will be pending. So if there's something pending, we'll have a pending status where we can do that here. So let's jump over to the partner now. By the way, they received an email letting them know that skills have been added to the cooperation partner connection and that they need to map these skills out and that the connection is no longer active until they map these skills out. So now I'm going to jump over to the partner page. I'm now on my partner page here. I'm going to go to my cooperation partner. You'll see it's active but deactive. And you're going to go to the skills page. And what they see on their side is they see a list of skills from the cooperation. They'll see the comment here, needs to be a Linux expert. And then you just begin mapping. You can map one skill from your partner side or multiple skills, or if you don't have skills, you need to go create a skill on your partner page or on the partner will need to create a skill on their account to match the skills needed. In this case, we have all the skills created. So if this one's the laptop Linux, needs to be an expert in Linux. So we have laptop repair, but that doesn't have anything Linux. So we have Linux here, and that should be good enough. This one, we have laptop iOS. So same thing, laptop and iOS. This we have large printers, MFP printers as well. Okay, as my partner, I have a skill for medium large printers, and I have a skill for MFP printers. And for medium printers, same thing applies, medium large printers. So you see some of them have double, some have single. You can add as much as you need. And then you save it, and you'll see the connection is now confirmed and active again. So now you can start saying the cooperation partner can start sending tickets to my partner with the skills in place. As I said, this is just a second iteration into cooperation partners. For now, this is what you can do. You can map skills, you can send skills to your partner, and your partner can map skills on their account. Next step will be coming up in a future release where those skills will now be used when sending tickets over from workplace to the cooperation partner. For now, this step is all you can do, map the skills to prepare for the next release where these skills will be taking place within workplace. So when you send a ticket over to the cooperation partner, these skills will be sent with that ticket. That'll be the next step. So for now, skill mapping is what you can do. On to the next cool feature, we have introduced new report for analytics. First things first, let me go to the admin panel page because we have new permissions to display the Dispatch Insights report. And you'll see here in the analytics component area, we have a new page here, Insights. We've also cleaned up all the text here to be less confusing. For those of you that remember, we had the old analytics form and we had the text in for all that. Now it's just the new analytics form. So we cleaned it up to avoid any kind of confusion. So you see this is already activated, so I should be able to see my Dispatch Insights form when I go here to Analytics. And you'll see I have now 5 reports, including Dispatch Insights. Dispatch Insights is similar to Workforce Insights, but we're not analyzing engineers, we're analyzing dispatchers. How many times the ticket's been rescheduled? Was it canceled? Is it delayed? Is it anything to do with dispatching, so you can learn from your dispatching and improve your dispatching as the analytics improve. And as you get more tickets, as you get more analytical data, you can see what you need to do to improve your dispatching. Those are our big features. Let's move on to some improvements. So we have improved the parts tab in the ticket overview on the ticket details component. You can see right away that we've added a new header with expand all, collapse all, information on how many parts are related to this ticket, how many have been shipped and how many are not shipped yet. We moved the search bar over on the right side of the add part button. These shipped and not shipped are triggered by the shipped flag. So when I go in here and I want to edit the part, and I pick a date, 2 parts in total. There's now 2 shipped. When you expand all, you'll see at a glance, you'll see right away that everything is much easier to see now. Your dispatcher is going to have no problems trying to find the current shipping. The current shipping's clearly marked in green. Once you expand all, the only thing that will expand is the part itself and the most current shipping. So all old shippings will stay collapsed and will not expand. So it will not lead to any kind of confusion. These are the main changes that you can see. We have the new header and the collapse all and expand all. There are 2 known bugs that we know of right now. As you may have noticed, when I did expand it, it jumped all the way to the bottom. We will fix that to where it stays at the top. And as well, if the description of the part is too big, it goes past this breaking point here, kind of messes up the interface here. That is also known and that will also get fixed shortly. All right, moving on to the next one. We have added the short description to the description in the overview page. So if there's a short description included in the ticket, it will be displayed above the description here in the overview tab. If there isn't one, it'll just display a dash, but it'll stay there. That is a welcome change. Also, this will be available or visible in the FMA as well. So in the FMA, if there's a short description, it should look similar. Moving on to the next one, we have introduced default values for forms. This is one of my favorite ones, this release. So default values, what does that mean? Right now you have a form and everything has to be pre-filled via interface or manually when you create a ticket. We don't always want to do that. So now we've introduced a select default. So in this case, as a radio field, I'm going to select a default, no, because it's a test ticket, and I want most of my tickets to come not test ticket, and I want the user to choose a test ticket if it is a test ticket. My favorite one, country field. All my tickets are coming from Germany. I don't want to put in Germany every time. You can come here, select default, choose Germany, and hide the field. That way it's always going to be Germany. I don't have to see it. My ticket creator is not going to accidentally override it. So now every country field is hidden. It's always going to be Germany, and test ticket is always marked no. So now when you go to back to workplace, you open up your form, Test ticket is automatically marked no. The country field's gone, and it is Germany. So that is a very welcome change. Default values performs. On to the next one. The next one, we have just improved the optimization configuration profiles for a dispatch group. We've just added a new field for miscellaneous section. Before, we could create the maximum distance in kilometers to assign tickets. Now we've added a maximum distance between each stop. So rather than, all right, I'm going to assign a ticket from 1 kilometer and the next ticket's at 299 kilometers away. We don't want that to happen. So now you can set a maximum distance between tickets, PUDOs, what have you, to only 25 kilometers between each ticket or each PUDO. You can set this whatever you want. So that's a welcome change to the optimizer profile. Next one is skills. We've added a new option for filtering skills. Affected email. A nice example is you only want this skill to apply to certain domains. All tickets coming from affected email fieldcode.com will get this skill. That way you can customize your skills based off of a domain or a specific email, VIP emails or whatever, what have you. That was a requested change and it is now live. Another new one is we've added a new permission for partners. First, let me show you what happens here. So as you may or may not know, everybody right now can assign partners. By assigning partners, you can assign it through the ticket details page here in this little button. You can go to the ticket pool, you can assign a partner via the context menu here, similar to the button in the ticket details, and you can assign a partner through the schedule ticket, through the scheduling assistant. Auto recommend, you can go to the recommended, and you can assign partner there. However, not all dispatchers need to be assigning tickets to partners. You have one dispatcher that's specifically just for assigning partners. You can now restrict or give access to specific people to assign partners. Let me go back to assign partner. So here is the ticket details. At the bottom here, action icon partners. By unchecking this, a person will not see the assign partner buttons. And let's go look at that. So now here, let's refresh real quick. So now here, I still have the schedule ticket button, but I don't see the assign partner button. And when I click on schedule ticket, it no longer checks for partners and doesn't even allow me to choose a partner. And obviously right away, you see the action icon is no longer there. I can no longer assign partners anywhere. Next cool one is we have increased the character limit for sending ticket infos and comments. It's been increased, I think it was 250 before, it's been increased to 1200. So you can send ticket infos and comments up to 1200 characters each now. Along the same lines, we've increased the character limit for some of the custom fields. So I'm creating custom field dropdown and checkbox. The options can now, I think it was really small before. Now it's 200. So for each option, you can have up to 200 characters in the option for each option. And as well as the info message character limit has been increased to 500. So the info message can be up to 500 characters long. So that is also a welcome change. So that is for the improvements. And moving on to some notable fixes. We have fixed an issue where parts that were canceled were sometimes still looking like they were available and visible in the ticket pool. That is no longer the case. For workplace, going back to admin panel, some of our customers have a lot of users in their account, and there were some issues when opening up a dispatch group to edit it or creating one, depending on how many users you had. Mine, I have very little users, so it's really quick. But if you have thousands of users and it needs to load the thousands of users, there were some problems causing, if you were really quick and filled out the form and you hit the save button, you could have saved without all the users you needed because it wasn't loaded yet. So now the save button will be grayed out until everything is loaded in the engineer fields and in the dispatcher fields. So then once everything's loaded, the save button will be clickable again. And then we also had a fix for SMTP emails. There's some errors being caused and was preventing emails from being sent through the SMTP servers. That has been fixed. Moving on from the SMTP, or this is the release for the 13th last week. We also had a small release on the 3rd of July. We didn't announce it, but we did post it up here. It was just a one thing. You can now send automated action emails from a custom sender, meaning that if you have an SMTP server set up, you can send your automated actions to any email, not just the one set up for the SMTP. And I'll show you what I mean here. If you go to automated actions, you open up automated actions, and you have an SMTP server set up for your project, you will see a new switch here. So the SMTP server is always going to be coming from walkerphoto@email.com, but since I have one set up, we allow you to send whatever emails you want through your own SMTP server. So you can flip this switch and change this email to whatever you want and send emails through your SMTP to whoever you want. And if you see here, if there isn't one set up and you go here, there is no more custom sender switch. You're not able to do it. So the system knows. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you.